Transformation podcast. Transformation podcast.
Hello, I am Dr. C, and you are in the home of growing happiness with Dr. C. Let me tell you something that will change how you think about your body. Right now, while you're listening to me, there are trillions of conversations happening inside you. Not metaphorical conversations, actual chemical negotiations. And most people go their whole lives never knowing these conversations are happening. Until something goes wrong. You are made of cells, not one or two, trillions. You don't need to remember the exact number, but you need to understand this. Whatever is happening inside you is not happening once. It's happening everywhere, all at once. Think about that for a second. When you have a thought, any thought, it's not just sitting in your brain being contemplated. It's being broadcast to trillions of tiny living rooms throughout your entire body. And every single one of those rooms, they have a choice about whether to let that message in. Picture this. Each living room has doors, and not everything gets in. Only certain signals are allowed entry. Here's where it gets interesting. When you experience a strong emotion, especially stress or fear, your brain creates a cascade of chemical messages. Your cells respond with surprising intelligence. Here's how it works. Your amygdala, your brain's alarm system, detects the emotional threat. It sends a message to the part of your brain that controls stress responses, which tells your adrenal glands to release stress hormones. Within seconds, adrenaline floods your bloodstream. Within minutes, cortisol follows. These aren't abstract concepts. They're actual molecules traveling through your blood like tiny couriers, carrying instructions to your cells. Now, positive emotions work differently. When you connect with someone you care about, when you express gratitude or experience joy, your brain activates different pathways. Dopamine gets released. Repeated practices like gratitude can boost oxytocin, the bonding hormone. Here's the key difference. Stress chemicals surge fast. They're designed for immediate survival. The chemistry of connection and well-being builds slowly through repeated practice and social interaction. And remember those living room doors? These chemical messengers arrive at your cells, but they can't just barge in. They have to knock, and your cells decide whether to answer. And here's what most people don't realize. When these chemical messengers arrive at your cell's door, they can't just barge in. Your cells have receptors. Think of receptors as specialized locks. Each receptor is designed to recognize one specific molecule, like a lock waiting for its unique key. When the right molecule clicks into place, the cell decides what happens next. But these locks don't always work the same way. If your cells have been flooded with stress signals, the receptors can become less sensitive, like a lock that's been jammed too many times. Sometimes the lock is already occupied by another key. Sometimes the cell has pulled the receptor inside temporarily, like taking the lock off the door while it handles other business. But when the right messenger finally binds to an open receptor, that's the moment the cell springs into action and your body begins to change. When that signal enters the cell, it triggers a response. And here's what fascinates me. Some signals help your cells function smoothly. They support the processes that keep you healthy. Other signals, especially chronic stress signals, create interference. They make it harder for your cells to do their normal work of repair, energy production, and communication. And you can feel this happening. That tightness in your chest when you're anxious, that's not just in your head. That's your sympathetic nervous system activating. Muscles tensing, blood vessels constricting in your chest, preparing for threat. That warmth in your heart when you feel connected to someone you love, that's not poetic language. That's your blood vessels relaxing, circulation increasing, your nervous system shifting into a state that supports rest and bonding. Are thinking you need to fix your thoughts. Stop. This is not about good or bad thoughts. It's about impact. And here's the shift I want you to make. Your body is not judging your thoughts. Your body is responding to them. The same way your muscles respond when you exercise, there's input and there's adaptation. There's no morality in it. There's just response. I want you to try something right now. Think about something mildly stressful, just for a second. Notice what happens in your body. Did your shoulders tighten? Did your jaw clench? Did your stomach contract? That just happened in real time. Your brain noticed something stressful and activated your sympathetic nervous system, your body's alarm system. Muscles tensed, heart rate increased, all automatically. That's how fast your body responds to what your mind is thinking about. Episode in our internal literacy series, where we're learning to read the language your body speaks. Today, we explored how thoughts become physical. Your thoughts trigger chemical messages. Those reach every one of your 50 trillion cells. When you understand that, everything changes. So here are 3 things to carry forward. Remember, all 50 trillion of your cells are listening and waiting to react to your signals. Remember, you are the queen or king of your internal kingdom. Remember, once you start paying attention to the signals Next episode, we'll go deeper into how stress chemistry gets stuck and what you can actually do about it. If this shifted something for you, subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. I'm Dr. C, and I'll see you next time on Growing Happiness with Dr. C.